EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here we go. Second and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And now they will throw it with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Burrow on 3rd down. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it?
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. It's McGee. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On one, right?
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Burrow. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11.
Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. A beautiful fake. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. It's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
On 1st down, Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mixon will try the right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 22-yard scamper. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked Outwood up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 79 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action now. Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Burrow on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Forced out to his left. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Mixon with a 1st down and more. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's McGee. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 33.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. Gay's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Ready?
Burrow looking to pass. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. McPherson on for the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.